Hey guys, how's it going? I hope all of you are doing great because today I've got something really sweet planned for you guys. Since you really enjoyed the previous transformation video, I thought that today is a great day to transform a boring old nether portal into an amazing work of art. If you guys haven't seen the previous transformation video where we pimped up a boring old desert temple into an awesome house suited for a king, I highly recommend that you guys check that out. I'll leave a link in the video description for you guys. Anyways, how about we jump right into the video. Alright, so where do I begin? Well, it came to me that I wanted the nether portal sunk into the ground by a couple of blocks. This would make it seem as if the ground beneath caved in on itself and the portal grew out of that area. So, I grabbed my handy TNT and went to town on the landscape. Because I mean, what better way is there to start off a build with a bang? Once I was happy with the depth of the hole, I continued to smoothen out the edges of the crater, since the TNT left these pretty rough. One thing that I was aiming for was to give the portal a natural look. A lot of the videos I've seen on this have made the nether portal into a huge man-made structure, but I wanted to make it seem as if the area was slowly being taken over by the portal and that the nether was seeping into the landscape. The next step was to add the netherrack. I also played around with a few materials to create a transition between the green grass and the red netherrack. In the end, I settled on coarse dirt and podzol to make it seem like the soil around it was scorched or burnt by the heat. A few dead bushes here and there also added to the detail. To add some variance to the netherrack, I also threw in some soul sand and gravel into the mix. Alright, moving on to the main attraction of the build, the nether portal. I started off with a pretty big frame since I'll be adding a lot more obsidian around it, which will contribute to the natural feel that we are going for in this build. I tried adding a few spikes around the frame to make the portal seem a lot more sharp and dangerous. Lastly, I threw in some coal blocks to add some more color and to break up the texture of the obsidian. Once I was done with this, I felt like the surroundings needed some more detail, so I threw in some more obsidian spikes around the portal and made it look like they were growing out of the ground. To finish them off, I also added some lava lakes, because honestly guys, what would a nether portal be without lava? Another feature in the nether are nether fortresses. I have to admit that incorporating them was a bit of a challenge since we are trying to go for a natural feel here. So I guess I convinced myself that when the nether portal was opened, the structures were ripped away from their fortress and somehow transported into the overworld, which is why I also went for a more rundown look. To add more detail to the center of the build, I went ahead and added a small pathway, which gives the illusion that the netherrack has been trampled or compressed by someone. For the path, I went with normal and red nether brick, as well as the nether wart block. This is when I realized that I haven't added any glowstone to the build, which makes up a big part of the nether. So I popped down some blocks around the build. Alright guys, the build is heading towards completion, but I felt like the nether portal was a bit out of place. and did not blend in with the landscape around it fairly well. So I went around the entire build and added some trees and leaves. I went for some dead trees as well to make it seem like the netherrack has seeped into the trees and killed them, or that they simply died from the intense heat of all the lava around the area. And that is the entire build complete. We have ourselves a sweet nether portal which is infecting the landscape and just waiting to take over the overworld. I have to admit the build is a little smaller than I wanted it to be, but I still think that it turned out great, and I also had a lot of fun making this. If you liked the video, let me know guys, and also let me know what you would have changed, cause it's always interesting hearing your feedback on the video. Anyways guys, that is all from me, so enjoy the end footage and I'll see you guys in the next one.